Have you experienced cold before? I mean, have you caught a cold before? If you have, then this video is for you. I have. And of course, recently I had one that was really, really bad, a bad one. And cold can affect anybody, but especially the young children and the elderly. When they are affected by cold, it may take longer for the cold to clear off. Cold is actually a virus, one of the many viruses that we talk about, maybe flu and the rest of it. And so when you experience cold, you need to handle it carefully and properly, because if you don't, it might degenerate and become a more serious disease that might require hospitalization. And that's the essence of this video. Because when you are, in a cold environment as we are experiencing now, or you happen to have contact with coldness, maybe you went through a part that had, wet grasses, or you washed some clothes, or handled cold water, or cold fish, or whatever you did, or even in a car, through the car window. These are areas, avenues that you can get affected by this cold virus. And how do you know? The cold travels. Once the virus enters, it begins to move around. And the moment it travels down to the respiratory tract, few hours later or thereabout, you start having the symptoms. Sneezing. Sometimes frequent sneezing. You start sneezing. Some people start with minor coughing. Some start with blocked nose. The nose is completely blocked. Some shows other signs like sore throat. Some, the body starts aching you. Some headaches. Some loss of appetite. The symptoms vary. They vary from, with individuals. The symptom of cold. But when you have any of these symptoms, it's obvious that the cold is already inside your body, and around the respiratory tract, it's already inside the virus. And so some people start looking for quick fix, over-the-counter medication. I don't want to mention some of the medications we were going for in those years of ignorance. But when you start experiencing these symptoms, here are top foods to help you. And before I say that, let me also guide you on some of the few things you need to do in order to reverse it and to avoid complications. Because anything that affects your respiratory tract, don't joke with it. Even your breathing, you begin to feel miserable. That's how it feels. And because when you are feeling miserable, the lungs has been affected, you start looking for a quick fix. And so the first thing to do is stop the carbohydrates. Yes, stop all the carbohydrates, even if you're hungry. But most times it comes with loss of appetite. But don't take anything solid food, because it's going to elevate your temperature. Don't take this advice for granted, because it's free. The next thing to do is to reduce stress. No matter what you are doing, meaning you suspect the cold virus, these symptoms mentioned, my dear, go slow. Slow down. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Maybe some people say they want to pray, they want to go to vigil, they want to do this. They are all good. But when you are going through cold virus, my dear, don't joke with it. And don't play with any of these things. Just follow these tips that I have given. Number 1, reduce the carbs, stop the solid foods, whether it's protein or whichever. Number 2, take a good rest. Go retire and start to take a good rest. Then here are the 5 foods you should get around you. Go to the market. If you don't have them, go and gather them and start taking them, sipping them with warm water to help losing the mucus. Because the time you are having runny nose or blocked nose, it means the mucus, the virus already producing excess mucus in the body. Whereas the body has its own mucus and mucus production and the level. The virus multiplies the mucus production, and the excess mucus brings your nose to blocking point, runny nose, and all the things that come with it. So you get your lemon juice. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant. The lemon juice in warm water, starting your morning with it, help to loosen the mucus, even those that are deeply rooted at the cellular level. It begins to loosen them. Lemon juice in your warm water. Even if you don't have lemon juice, because the thing is vitamin C. That's the antioxidant. That's what we're looking for. And then you can also use the lime juice if that's what you have. But lemon juice is the first choice because of this antioxidant. The next food is ginger. Ginger is another powerful food that helps you to reduce inflammations, because it starts with inflammations, and these inflammations around the bronchioles, the respiratory tract. It happens without you knowing, but you'll be feeling so miserable. I mean, sneezing frequently, coughing frequently. At night, you can't even sleep. You're sneezing. Sometimes coming with aches. And so, you start with your ginger. You can make your ginger tea. If you have a good honey, just put a drop. Don't take any solid food. It happened to me recently. And so, add your ginger. Start making ginger tea and take it. And if you can combine the ginger with the lemon, it's okay. The next food that you need to start to include is the peppermint tea. Peppermint tea is also a very great one because it has antiviral properties. And the antiviral properties helps you to fight the ability of the cold virus to begin to spread. If you don't have access to the mint, fresh mint leaves to make tea, you can get the mint oil. I always have a small bottle around my bed. So when you suspect the cold, and if it's a severe one, you can drop it in boiled water and do yourself with a steam inhalation. I mean, cover yourself in it with few drops of the mint oil. The next oil you can also use is the eucalyptus oil. It has antiviral properties too. These are antiviral herbs that helps you to stop that cold virus from spreading all over your body. Headaches and the rest of it. Start using them to inhale. And if you're in a place where you don't have water, cold or hot water to do, you can put it in your palm and begin to use it for deep breathing. This is in addition to your ginger and the rest. And the next thing is to make hot soup. Make hot soup. You can add a little chicken there if you like, because no room for carbohydrates. Put a lot of onions, garlic. Put lots of onions, garlic, cayenne pepper. Because these are food that help to loosen the mucus. And as the mucus are going out, the body needs to build up quickly with protein. So some of you may be saying, well, don't go eat beans. Beans will support the mucus production. Don't eat beans. If you are looking for what to give you energy, you can take a little cashew nuts, or if you feel like, because even when the mucus, the respiratory tract is battling with anything, it doesn't like anything fat. I think the liver also is also involved because inflammations are everywhere. And so you can make a hot watery soup and begin to sip it. Let onions be much. Let garlic be much inside the soup. Begin to sip it. Within 3-4 days, you'll be free. Don't be tempted, my love, to go for full solid food the way you normally do. If you do that, you have fed that cold virus and it's going to be more violent with you. I'm giving you this tip based on my own experience. And if you like the message, don't forget to click the follow button for more.